Do you have any room in your backpack? Mine's full.
Heather, we're going camping to get away from it all, and you're taking it all with us.
Well, I need all this stuff.
All you need is a pair of shorts, a pair of jeans, and a mask so you don't scare the bears.
Oh, haven't you gone yet?
You sure you don't want to come camping with us, Mr. Belvedere? You'd enjoy the peace and quiet.
That's why I'm staying here.
Hey, guys, you all set to leave? Let me guess, your mom isn't ready.
Close. She's not even here.
What?
She's working on some adoption case.
Well, Wesley, I hope she finds you a very nice home.
Very funny.
Well, the car's all packed. I brought along my harmonica so we can sing songs around the campfire.
I'd better make room for my headphones.
Hey, Kev, I'm glad you could break away from your studies and come with us.
Hey, Dad, I love spending time with my family. Besides, they're fumigating my apartment, and if I stayed there, I'd die.
Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, Marsh, throw that in the knapsack and let's... Is that a baby?
No, George, the dog went bald.
Marsh, what's that baby doing here?
Looks like 2 to 3 days.
Hey, Marsh, what's going on?
Well, the Tiemans who were supposed to adopt this baby found out this afternoon that she's pregnant. And by the time they let me know that they didn't want to go through with the adoption, I already had temporary legal custody.
How temporary.
Look, it's 7 o'clock on Friday night. The adoption agency is closed, so it looks like we've got a house guest for the weekend. Isn't he adorable?
Hey, let's name him.
He already has a name. Everybody, this is Nelson.
Nice to meet you, Nelson. You look the outdoors type to me. So, step lively, everyone. You have a camping trip to go on.
Come on, Belvedere, we can't drive a baby like this all the way to the Allegheny National Forest.
Why not? You drove me to the brink of insanity.
Hey, Marsh, it's 3 o'clock.
I know, honey, but unfortunately, Nelson hasn't learned how to tell time yet.
Well, I'll walk him for a while.
Oh, that's okay. You need your sleep. You got a golf game in a couple of hours.
Who's worried about a golf game? I got my own little personal water hazard right here.
You must have had gas.
That was me, Marsh. So, Nelson, did I ever tell you about the time Manny Sanguin was catching Kent Ticovey? Why doesn't anyone ever want to hear that story?
Sleep tight, George.
The same to you.
Oh, I will. I'm going to a motel.
Sorry, this couch is taken.
Oh, yeah? Well, now it's a duplex. Shove over. I gotta find some place to sleep where I can't hear the baby crying.
Try California.
All right. Night, sis.
Good night. Hey, Wes!
Thanks.
Get up. I had the couch first.
Sorry, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, well, if you don't get up, I'm gonna bust 9/10 of your head.
I'll still be smarter than you.
Hey, pipe down. We finally got the baby back to sleep. Jeez.
Guess it's safe to go upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna torch this crummy my skateboard!
Hey, morning, everybody. What's up, Miss Belvedere? What's up?
My, you look chipper.
Well, I got all caught up in sleep last night. I found a house to share.
Why didn't you tell us?
Hey, I was lucky the dog let me in.
Wesley, you haven't eaten a thing. Where are you going?
To school. To get some sleep.
Well, listen, they're done fumigating my apartment. Heather, you want to ride to school?
As long as they fumigated your car, too.
Mrs. Owens, breakfast?
Oh, no time. I have to get to the office. I have a lot of calls to make if I'm going to find a home for this precious little guy.
Good luck.
Same to you.
You're leaving him with me?
Yeah, just for a few hours. Now, if he whimpers, he's wet. If he screams, he's hungry. And if he gurgles, he wants a little kissy-wissy. You think you can remember all that?
Mrs. Owens, I'll have you know I raised 4 members of the royal family. I'm sure I can manage a little commoner like this for a few hours. My dear child, I have fed you, walked you, endured your impression of Mount St. Helens for 6 hours now. I have even given you a kissy-wissy. What can I possibly do to make you go to sleep?
Hi, Mr. Belvedere. Oh, is he a little wet?
How can you tell?
There, that's better. Did you miss me?
I don't know about him, but I did. Did you have any luck finding him a home?
Actually, I did find a couple that wants him.
I'll break out the champagne.
Silly man. Babies don't drink champagne, do they? They make their own bubbles.
Marsh, what are you doing? It's after midnight.
Oh, well, I had a few things on my mind, and the baby was a little fussy.
Yeah, he looks fine to me.
Well, he was having trouble sleeping.
Well, if you're jiggling me like that, I would too.
I guess I'm just worried about his future.
Hey, you'll find him a good home.
Boy, something really important must be up.
Yeah, Mom hasn't called an official family meeting since the time Wesley took out a second mortgage on the house.
Oh, good. You're all here.
Yeah, World Federation Wrestling is on, so make it fast.
Well, what would you all say if I told you that we were going to have another person living here?
Is it a prisoner exchange program?
No, I'm talking about a baby.
You're gonna have a baby?
Way to go, Dad!
No, I'm not having a baby. I'm talking about adopting Nelson.
Surely you're kidding.
Come on, Marsh, you know how you get around babies.
How?
Nuts.
I can't help it. Every time I look at his little face, I see Kevin and Heather and Wesley.
And you want another one?
Look, Mom, a baby's gonna take a lot of your time. What about your job?
Well, that's why Mr. Belvedere is here.
No. That is why Mr. Belvedere is leaving.
That does it for me. The kid stays.
Look, Mr. Belvedere doesn't have to do anything for the baby he doesn't want to do. I can do most of my work at home and take care of Nelson at the same time.
Well, don't I get a say in this?
Of course you do. If you want to deny me the one and only thing I have ever asked for, just say the word.
Are you all ready for breakfast? There's a good boy, yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You want to hold him a sec?
Well, sure.
Catch.
You didn't fool me for a second. Hi, Dad.
Morning.
Where's Mom?
Well, she was up all night with the baby, and it's Belvedere's day off, and he was out of here right after midnight. So I made breakfast.
Oh, goody.
There you go. Homemade oatmeal, nice and hot.
Dad, how much oatmeal did you make?
A box. Go ahead, dig in.
something that'll stick to your ribs.
Come on now, guys, don't fight over your food.
Dad's right, Heather. Come on, I'll buy you a breakfast burrito.
You're on.
Hey, aren't you going to finish your oatmeal?
Hang on to it, Dad. We can use it to patch the driveway.
Thanks for letting me sleep in, George.
Hey, no sweat. So, how's the colic kid?
Oh, he's catching a nap. Keeping me on my feet all night really wore him out.
Oh, you going to take it easy today?
I can't. I have to finish writing 3 briefs, make a long-distance conference call, and help a client reorganize her estate.
Don't forget to mow the lawn. See ya.
Well, it's nap time. I sure wish I could join you. Bill McLaughlin, please. Marsha Owens returning his call. Hi, Bill. Can I put you on the squawk box?
Good.
Marsha, I've been going over the contracts, and I had a couple of thoughts.
Okay, go ahead. I'm with you.
First of all, Fields versus Westmoreland County is an excellent precedent to cite.
Well, failing a motion to dismiss, I think we need a precedent. Oh, hello. Whose boy are you?
What?
No, Bill. No, nothing.
Where do we stand on deposition?
Well, they've been submitted to the court, including the required stipulations. Oh, did you make a pee-pee?
No, Marsha, I didn't.
Oh, no, not you. I'm talking to a baby.
Well, as I was saying, Marsha, can you hear me?
Hey, Bill, can I call you back in 15 minutes?
Sorry, I'm doing court.
How about later this afternoon?
No good. Why don't we try this tomorrow?
No, tomorrow I have to take the baby to the pediatrician. Now listen, Nelson, I have a very important client coming over, so if you could just stay asleep for an hour or two, I can make enough money to buy you a... How do you bribe a baby? Hello, Mrs. Esterhazy. Please come in.
Thank you. What a lovely place. Where are those little mints that you have at your office?
Oh, I'm sorry, but as I told you on the phone, we have a new baby in the house, and they take up so much time.
Well, I'm sure your baby's getting more quality time than my grandchild gets from my son and that airhead aerobics instructor he married.
It's such a shame about your son moving to Florida.
That trampy little blonde can talk him into anything. But taking my only grandson, Binky, to Orlando, that really rips it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Now tell me, exactly how old is little Binky?
27.
Hi, I'm Stan from the Beaver County Cable Company. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a hangover.
Hangover? I have a sleeping baby.
And a paying client. Can we get on with this?
Oh, certainly, Mrs. Esterhazy. I'll be right with you. I didn't place an order for cable.
Well, I got the purchase order right here. It's signed by Wesley T. Owens.
What?
Marsha, there are any number of competent attorneys that could change my will. And I'd get mints.
I'm coming, Mrs. Esterhazy. As you can see, this is not a good time.
It's $25 for the house call. If you want me to come back, it's another $25. It's up to you.
All right, look, do what you have to do, but just do it quietly.
Okay, thank you. Listen, you bleach blonde little tramp.
I beg your pardon.
I'm cutting you and my worthless son out of my will unless you leave Binky with me. I'm with my attorney right now.
Hello?
That's her, and she's even more ruthless than she sounds.
Stop that, you'll wake the baby. Oh, Nelson, no, not now.
Will you quiet that child? This is a long-distance call.
But it's my phone.
Hello? Hello? It went dead.
Looks like I cut the phone line.
But I need my phone. I work out of the house.
Not with this client.
Oh, Mrs. Esterhazy, please, can't we reschedule? How about tomorrow?
By that time, Binky could be strapped to a teacup in Disney World.
evening.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere. How's your day off?
Oh, very nice. I went to the museum, I saw the ballet, and I ate a fine meal I didn't have to cook. How was yours?
Let's just say I had my hands full.
Remind you of the old days?
No, not really. Mr. Belvedere, I love that baby. Everything should be perfect. So why is everything so out of control?
Don't let it get you down. In a mere 18 years, he'll be in college.
You're not helping.
Mrs. Owens, you made a warm and loving home for your family. You got your law degree when many other women would be out playing tennis. At the same time, you raised 3 fine children. Well, 2 anyway.
Mr. Belvedere, do you think I'm doing the right thing trying to adopt Nelson?
I couldn't say. But the right decisions are always the hardest.
You're probably wondering why I called another family meeting.
Are we getting another baby?
Can we make it a girl this time?
No, it's nothing like that. I've invited some people over tomorrow. Bob and Shelley Mills. He's a rabbi, and she's a nurse. They're coming to see Nelson.
Are we having a bris?
No, Kevin. They're coming to take Nelson home.
What? But I thought you wanted another baby.
When I decided to try for Nelson, my maternal instincts were on a rampage that completely overwhelmed my better judgment, especially when it comes to what's best for Nelson.
Well, are you sure, Mom? I mean, maybe we just need to help you more.
Yeah, I could come home from school sooner.
Yeah, I could take some weekend shifts.
And I'm planning on doing a lot more cooking.
You're very sweet, but these things are not the issue. The issue is finding the right family for Nelson.
Well, what's wrong with us?
Nothing. But we're a complete family. The Mills have wanted children for years, and Nelson will be the answer to their prayers.
Do you think Nelson's starting to look just a little bit like me?
Yeah, especially when he sucks his thumb like that. Come in.
Listen, I just wanted to say goodbye to Nelson. And I wanted to give him this.
Your old baseball mitt?
Yeah, well, I was going to give it to Wes, but figured he'd only pawn it.
Come in.
Just in case I don't see Nelson in the morning, I wanted to say goodbye and give him this.
Your blow dryer?
In case he grows up to be an anchor man.
Hey, what's going on?
We're kind of saying goodbye to Nelson.
Oh, yeah, I'm really gonna miss the little dude. Of course, I never had to change him.
Good night, all.
Hey, big guy. Aren't you going to say goodbye to the little guy?
He doesn't react well to me. Besides, I hate goodbyes. Good night. Yes. What I meant before was, I hate public goodbyes. There. Nelson's departure has left us all a little sad. Mrs. Owens was particularly hard hit, especially after Heather tried to comfort her by promising she'd have grandchildren in a few short years. In all candor, even I was bitten by the baby bug, to an extent that I was reluctant to admit. Ah, well, one must take comfort where one can find it. Come to Papa.
Come on, Marsh. It's after midnight. You got to get some sleep.
I can't. I guess I'm worried about going to prison tomorrow.
It's not like they're locking you up.
I know. It's just that this is all so new. I mean, up till now, all of my legal work has been wills and divorces and defending Wesley from the neighbors.
Who is this jailbird anyway?
Sharon Witt. I've never met her, but she's been convicted of armed robbery, grand theft, and felonious assault.
Oh, I think I voted for her.
George, come in.
Oh, Mrs. Owens, I heard you pacing for several hours. May I bring you some hot milk?
Oh, no, thank you. I can get my own hot milk.
Then may I get you a cookbook?
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Owens.
Hey, come on, Marsh. You're not going to do anyone any good if you're dead on your feet.
Yeah, I guess you're right, George.
Sweetie pie? You sleepy? Marsh?
You're the third lawyer they assigned to this wacko. But maybe you'll stick. I got a feeling she's gonna like you.
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll see. You got half an hour. Holler if she tries to cut you. I know how to reason with these broads.
Hello, I'm Marsha Owens, your court-appointed attorney.
Yeah? Well, I'm Sharon Witt, your court-appointed psycho.
Well. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? So, the judge says 10 years, and... Hey, what are you gawking at?
I just can't get over how much we look alike.
Well, we ain't exactly the same. I bet you ain't got the Queen of Hell tattooed on your butt.
Can we get on with your statement?
When I think about all the things I've been missing, it just makes me want to cry.
I'm gonna get you out of here, Sharon.
Yeah,
I got a feeling you just might.
Smoke?
No thanks.
Oops.
Oh, I'll get him. What? How did I get... Ooh. Oh.
Okay, you dames can bunk with Sleeping Beauty. Hey, Whit, you got company.
Am I glad you're back? Something terrible has happened.
Tell me about it. The latrine backed up in cell block D. Meet your new roommates.
No, you don't understand. I'm not Sharon Witt. I'm Marsha Owens.
And I'm Sigourney Weaver.
No, Sharon hit me. She knocked me out, and she stole everything. Even my suede boots.
Nice try, Whit.
No, I'm telling you, I don't belong here. Oh, no, I wouldn't try to con you. I'm a lawyer. Oh, yeah, Vic, man, this is the perfect setup. Yeah, I'm going to hang out till I find out where these roops keep their loot, and then... Well, of course I can make them trust me. Trust me. Ooh, I gotta go. Someone's coming.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, thanks. Here's some of the tools I'm gonna need.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm gonna help repair the garage, don't you remember?
Oh, yeah, right. The repairman.
Oh, I'm gonna grab a sandwich.
Well, I'm gonna grab a little something myself. Oh! Well, I think you're getting a little bony down there, Sonny. I think you should be eating more.
Sonny?
Don't you get tired of me calling you by your usual name?
I like Kevin.
Well, Kevin it is, Kevin.
Yeah, well, listen, Dad's gonna be home any minute, so just tell him I'm upstairs.
Oh, was that Kevin I saw drive up?
Oh, hiya, big boy.
Mrs. Owens!
Happy birthday!
Kevin, Wesley, Heather, that guy in the big sweater, whoever he is. Oh, and that must be the husband. Yuck.
Here is your mail, Mrs. Owens.
Oh, thank you, sport.
Are you feeling all right, Mrs. Owens? You seem a little distracted.
Yes. Well, when you were cleaning my room, did you by chance misplace my jewelry box?
Mrs. Owens, you know I steer clear of your personals. I'm sure that your jewelry is safe and sound.
Swell.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Wesley, you're an hour late.
I had detention.
Yeah? I mean, shame, shame. Mr. Belvedere, I would like to be alone with Wesley.
You're a brave soul.
Wesley, come sit down.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Oh, I'm sure you had a reason. Here, buy yourself a beer.
Gee, Mom, this isn't like you.
Well, I want you and me to be pals.
But you're my mother.
And a proud mother I am to have such a clever little tyke. Kitschy-coo kid.
Yeah, well, thanks, Mom.
I'm gonna grind you into mulch.
Yeah, I'm gonna stomp you into sludge.
Gotcha. It's 3 packs of cigarettes you owe me, sister.
The hell I do. You moved your elbow.
You wanna make something out of it?
I got a better idea. Let's play blackjack.
No way. Gambling is illegal.
What are they gonna do, kick us out of here? How about you, Blondie? Up for a game?
No, thanks.
Ah, come on. Look, no weapons.
What about her?
Old Lady Haverford? Nah. She don't associate with us. Common criminals.
That's Doris Haverford, the restaurant heiress who chopped her husband up into little bits and scattered him in the park? I thought they dropped the murder charges.
Yeah, but they got her for littering.
Gee, she's famous.
Hey, I'm kind of famous myself.
Yeah?
Oh, sure. I spent most of my career serving major government officials.
Yeah, at an hourly rate.
I see. And Greta, what are you in for?
5 to 10. This cop was manhandling me, and I slapped him in the face.
And they gave you 5 to 10 for that?
Well, she was setting fire to a factory at the time.
Okay, you warthogs, exercise period.
You know, this is outrageous. You're holding an innocent woman while a dangerous criminal is on the loose doing God knows what.
Yeah.
Guess who?
Oh, it's you.
Brought you some flowers.
Well, thank you, my husband. I'll go put them in water.
Oh, no, here. Let Belvedere do that. Hey, when's the last time I brought you flowers?
Knowing you, George, after you attended your last funeral.
George.
Yeah. Come here, baby. Well, I got reservations for McSwarley's. Gourmet dinner, slow dancing.
Oh, no, I'm not hungry and my knees hurt.
I love it when you play hard to get.
I am Marsha Owens. Why won't you believe me?
Get off it. Anyone who returns kickoffs like you ain't no sissy housewife.
I am a lawyer, and I also happen to jog a lot.
Boy, what a game. We really mauled them.
Reminds me when I was with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Oh, is that some prison gang?
No, the Atlanta Falcons. I was their place kicker.
They let a woman play?
Nope.
Well, then how could you? I mean, unless you were...
You got it.
You were a man?
You want to see my scars?
Mom.
Yeah.
Some friends and I wanted to go to the video arcade after school. Is that okay?
Sure. Just be back before the bars close.
Morning, Marsh. How's your headache?
Well, gotta go.
Mom, the garage is that way.
Well, I know that, Walter. Wesley, I gotta get some things from my room. Toodaloo.
Am I crazy? Is your mom acting a little strange?
Yes, on both counts.
Hey, maybe she's not Mom at all.
Wesley, what are you talking about?
Maybe she's a pod person. Maybe some alien snatched her body and replaced her with a replica.
Too bad. They got the wrong Owens.
Yeah, Vic, I found all the passbooks and the keys, but the bank won't let me make any withdrawals unless it's co-signed by George Owens. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll just hang out one more night. Maybe I can sweet-talk him into something. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have the wrong number.
You've been getting a lot of things wrong lately.
I'm just so overworked. Mr. Belvedere, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, make my day.
I've been thinking about buying one of those new big-screen TVs, but I have to coax the money out of George. Now, what do you think is the best way to soften him up?
With a rubber mallet. Mrs. Owens, you've known him longer than I.
Yeah. But just for argument's sake, if you were me, what would you do?
Well, I suppose I would cook him a lavish gourmet dinner, then hit him up for the money right afterwards.
Great idea. I'll get right on it.
I'll start screaming. That'll bring the guard up here to see what's wrong.
I'll jump her and snap her neck like a twig.
That'll bring us up to the cell block guard.
I'll jump her and snap her neck like a twig.
Next, we'll go down to the main gate where there's 2 guards.
Take one on each arm and snap their necks like twigs.
Ladies, I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, someone could get hurt.
Like an innocent bystander?
You know, you two have a very bad attitude.
Listen, Goldilocks. This is prison. There's gangs and screws and crummy food and endless work details. And there's nothing but drudgery and squalor and desperation as hour after hour, day after day, week after week, slowly they squeeze the soul out of you.
My, aren't you a gloomy Gus? What you need is a sing-along.
What?
Well, music can set you free.
What?
Okay, you slugs, mail call.
Look out! She has a comb!
Do exactly as I say, and no one gets hurt.
What do you want?
I want to be set free. I want her to sing.
Well, any special requests?
Yeah. Sing do, re, mi. But one false note and Murphy's history.
Sing, lady, sing.
Do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun.
You're a little flat.
Me, a name I call myself. A long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling threadlock, a note to follow, so tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to dough.
Now, everyone.
with jam and brain that will bring us back to
Doti la sol fa mi re do.
Encore! Encore! You know anything from Fiddler?
Okay, lady, you're out of here.
You finally believe me.
Well, it's worth the fingerprint check. And besides, if you break into Sunrise Sunset, I'm going to puke.
Goodbye, everyone. Would you like some apple strudel, Mr. B?
Oh, really, Mrs. Owens? I feel so uncomfortable sitting here letting you serve me.
Relax. I'll eat when you're done. Now, who wants more?
I'll have another piece.
Would you like me to heat it up for you?
Sure. Boy, Mom sure is friendly.
How about this meal she cooked? Beef Wellington, truffles, stuffed wild goose?
This is the most magnificent meal I have ever eaten. That woman is not your mother.
So, how are we doing?
Oh, just fine, fine. Oh, Mrs. Owens, I finished. Why don't you sit here and have your meal, and I'll warm it up for you.
You talked me into it, Jeeves.
Yes, well, let's clear the table.
Yeah, let's clear this to the kitchen.
Hey, I haven't finished my strudel.
So, honey, how'd you like my goose?
I'm done.
Hey, come on, I'm her husband. Don't you think I'd recognize her if she were a fake? Well, I would.
Time to take a hike.
Okay, so for once in her life, she cooked a good meal. What other evidence do we have she's not your mother?
She paid me for getting detention.
She taught me how to rob an armored truck.
She pinched me on the tush.
She kissed me on the mouth.
Finally, safe and sound.
Well, whoever she is, she's out of her mind. There she is.
Oh, George.
Freeze, lady. You got some explaining to do.
What's going on?
All right, who are you and what have you done with my mother?
Oh, Kevin, I am your mother.
Don't touch me, you tramp.
What did you call me? George!
Don't George me, lady. You know, now that I got a really good look at you, it's obvious you're not my wife.
You should never have cooked us a gourmet dinner.
But I didn't cook any... She must have come here.
Who?
Sharon Witt, my client. She looks just like me. She knocked me out. She stole all my things, and she must have used my keys to come in here.
You expect us to believe that? It's impossible.
Not really. There are 5 billion people in this world. It's quite possible that every one of us has a double somewhere.
Right. And mine just happens to be a psychopath.
You know what I think? I think you're the psychopath.
Yeah, you're not our mom.
You're not my wife.
I am your wife. I am your mom. I am your wife. I am your mom. I am your wife. I am your wife.
Marsh.
I am your mom.
Are you all right, Mrs. Owens?
Marsh.
What? What are you all staring at?
You were yelling in your sleep.
I had the most amazing dream. And you were in it. And you, and you, and you, and you. I was trapped in prison, and I kept saying, I want to go home. And they sent me home. I think. That's great, Mom.
Oh, good luck today, honey.
Huh?
Your first venture as a criminal lawyer.
We got you something to commemorate it.
And that Taché case.
You deserve it, Marsh.
It's lovely, but where did it get that dent?
Nothing too unusual to report today, other than a very odd dream Mrs. Owens had that left her a bit rattled. The idea of a person having a double is most intriguing. It has been the subject of such great works as A Prisoner of Zenda, The Comedy of Errors, and The Patty Duke Show. Yes? Your shift is up, Lynn. You can go out and play. Excuse me.
Every Sunday, relax and bring your whole family together with award-winning movies that will entertain and inspire. This week, to save her farm and family, a woman must tame a wild horse and ride him to victory in the FamilyNet presentation of The Dark Horse, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Family Netflix.
We care who's watching.
I can't believe it. Is my little girl actually reading a college catalog?
Knowing her, she's probably just looking at the pictures.
I am not, you little dweeb. Hey, Mom, check out the men's swimming team.
Now, Mrs. Owens, remember you're already married to a strapping hunk of a man.
I just wanted to announce I'm taking a shower.
Oh, why? Did the neighbors complain again?
No, wise guy. It's just that with our plumbing, if anyone in Beaver Falls uses water at the same time, I get scalded redder than a lobster.
Oh, how dreadful. Well, I must do the laundry. Don't worry, George, I was just kidding. You don't have to worry about being scalded. The water heater broke again.
Oh, no. When did that happen?
Right after the septic tank backed up.
Hey, this place is getting to be more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, Dad, why don't we buy a new house?
You mean move?
Yeah, she may be right. I mean, Kevin's gone. Heather will be going off to college soon. We don't really need all this space.
Well, what do you think, Belvedere? How would you feel about us moving?
Fine. If I can stay here.
You won't believe it. We found the perfect house for the Owens family.
Let me guess. It's in Amityville, and the walls ooze with blood.
Brand new, sunken living room, skylights, cathedral ceilings.
Yeah, there's even a special place for you, big guy.
Oh. A guest room out back?
No, a walk-in pantry.
Now all we have to do is sell this place. I guess we better start lining up a realtor.
Well, who needs a realtor? You're a lawyer. You can handle the paperwork.
You know, you're right. We can sell this place ourselves. What could possibly go wrong?
I love it when they say things like that around here.
Kevin, this is such a perfect evening. Romantic music, flickering candles.
Yeah, and best of all, it's just the two of us. Alone.
Kevin! Who is that?
It's my neighbor. Oh, and don't be surprised if she's dressed like Barbara Eden.
They're after me.
Who's after you?
Excuse us. Now, come along.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, what's going on? Who is it?
My son, the kidnapper.
Please, I'm sorry about this. I'm Paul Cicchini. This is my wife, Madge.
Oh, hi, I'm Kevin Owens. And this is my friend, Monique.
Hi,
Hello.
We just came in from New York. Yeah, to put me away.
Now, Mother, we've talked about this. We simply feel it's time for Mother to be put in a home.
A home? Just like that?
Well, no, it's not exactly just like that. She's going to be 90 next week.
Oh, really? Happy birthday.
Ah, shut up. Mother, it's a lovely retirement community right here in town with lots of activities. Golfing, swimming, hiking. Why don't you take a hike? Kevin, help.
Oh, look, are you sure about this home thing?
Well, it's just that we feel that Mother should be looked after in a more supervised surrounding.
Well, you could try it, Miss Cicchini. Who knows? You might even like it.
We're sorry to intrude on your evening. Say goodbye to Kevin, Mother.
Goodbye, traitor.
Goodbye, Miss Cicchini. I'll come visit you.
So, where were we? Is it ever going to stop raining?
Perhaps you should consider buying an ark.
And we've been sitting here 3 hours and not even one looky-loo.
He said it was
was going to be a piece of cake. Speaking of cake, when are we going to eat?
Yeah.
No eating. I don't want any crumbs in this house. Hear that, Heather? None of your boyfriends can come over.
Yeah, well, if you're here, the house won't pass pest inspection.
Hey, kid, knock it off.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it. Someone's actually coming up the walk.
Battle stations. Everyone act normal.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Welcome to our lovely home.
We hope you find it warm and cozy.
Sure, why wouldn't I?
It's only you.
Nice to see you, too. Was it something I said?
What brings you back, Kevin?
Miss Cicchini.
Was she busted for belly dancing?
Worse, her son came and dragged her into some retirement home. I tried calling her, she won't even come to the phone.
Well, she's probably entertaining in the jacuzzi.
I'm really worried about her, Mr. Belvedere. Come on, let's go cheer her up in the rest home.
Good idea, Kevin. And if I'm lucky, they can put me up for the weekend.
Mrs. Cicchini! Surprise!
Mrs. Cicchini, how do you like your new home?
It sucks gopher guts.
What's wrong with it?
Everyone's old.
A retirement home with old people? What's the world coming to? We bought you some treats. Look, I have your favorite candy, a sugar daddy.
I don't want it.
Well, there's something I know you'll like. The swimsuit edition of Beefcake magazine.
Yeah, pumps in trunk.
No, thanks.
Mr. Belvedere, I've never seen her so down.
This is worse than I thought. Well, there's always one thing that perks her up.
What's that?
I regret that I have only one push to give for Mrs. Cicchini.
Why, Mr. Belvedere, you dropped your candy.
Oh, so I did. I shall have to bend over to pick it up. I'm bending over. Aren't you going to pinch my bottom, Mrs. Cicchini?
Weirdo.
Belvedere ordered a midnight pizza. He's fired.
Hi, we're the Pinckneys, Blair, Rose. We're here to see the house.
Now? You want to see the house now?
Hey, babe, we're nice people.
Now, what about tomorrow?
We're going to Atlantic City tomorrow. We're going to catch Mervyn Resort.
Anyway, your sign says open house. If it's not open, I call that false advertising.
Oh, gee, George, as long as we're up, we might as well show them around.
Well, what can it hurt?
Well, shall we start? This is the living room.
No, I thought it was the garage.
He kills me.
There you go, babe. I say we kill them both.
Now, this room features wainscoting on the walls and a gabled alcove.
What's going on? Who's this? We really winky?
That's our housekeeper. He's extra.
What are these strangers doing in my room?
We're showing the house to Blair and Rose. They're night people.
I don't care if they're vampires. Get them out of here.
I think Spud here got up on the wrong side of the bed.
Everybody go mad. Get out.
Okay, big guy. We're going.
Is that a picture of the Queen?
Uh-huh.
We could use a facelift.
Wasn't the movie romantic, Kevin?
It sure was.
I mean, the way that French soldier got up from the trenches and ran all the way back to Paris just to be with the woman he loved.
Well, I'd do the same thing for you.
You would?
Well, sure. I'd much rather be with you than stuck in a hole choking on poison gas.
Oh, Ben, you're such a romantic.
Oh, no, not again.
Are your lips secretly connected to that doorbell?
Don't worry. I'll get rid of whoever it is. Miss Cicchini, what are you doing here?
I busted out. I'm a lamb. Oh, I see your chips here again.
Yeah, and we're kind of in the middle of something, so...
Hurry up. I want to go to bed.
Well, Kevin, when you get a free minute, give me a call. Goodbye, Mrs. Cicchini. I'm sure you two will be very happy together.
No.
Tramp.
Look, Miss Cicchini, I know you didn't exactly like the home, but you can't just go busting out. And you can't even think about moving in here with me.
Fine. And I'll go live on the street and collect pennies in a tin cup.
All right. Look, you can spend the night. But only one night.
That's what we all say.
How's the open house going, Mrs. Owens?
Gangbusters. We have twice as many people as we had yesterday.
That makes 4.
By the way, can we have some more of that banana bread?
Oh, must I stop baking again?
Okay, I'll bake the banana bread.
Oh, no. We want to sell this house, not have it condemned. Let's try a shortcut.
Miss Belvedere, you have to help me. Miss Cicchini just skipped out of the retirement home.
And no one knows where she is?
Worse, she's living in my place.
Oh.
It's a nightmare. She's got doilies everywhere and little flowers, and she's picking out new drapes.
Good, you could use them. Does her son know what's going on?
Well, no, I didn't want to call him until I talked to you.
What do you want me to do?
Well, she won't listen to reason. I thought maybe she'd listen to you.
Thanks for the compliment. Well, don't just stand there. Let her son know what's going on. And after you've done that, turn over the banana.
Kevin?
No, it's me.
Oh, yummy. Hello, Lamb.
Mrs. Cicchini, you listen to me. You've been making a lot of folks very worried about you. You know your son only has your best interests at heart. You're going to have to deal with this. Have you nothing to say?
You have cute blue eyes.
I mean about your son.
He's an old poop.
What if he should report you missing?
Let's make out.
That was a glimpse of our luxury country charmer. If you have any other questions, please feel free to call. We'd love to hear from you and your charming wife. What a couple of geese.
You know, it's funny. When I showed them my room, it was like I was seeing it for the first time.
That's because you picked up all your junk off the floor and you were seeing it for the first time.
No, I mean, I really began to appreciate how warm and friendly my room really is.
Hey, I'm going to miss my room, too. Especially my view of Fifi Huffnagel's shower.
You know, maybe this house isn't so bad after all.
Hi. We're Phil and Annie Paxton. We were driving by and we were knocked out by your exterior. You don't see much genuine Pennsylvania fieldstone.
Your house has fabulous curb appeal.
Our dog thinks so.
My
Mind if we look around?
Oh, no, of course not. Here's the setup.
Annie, isn't this a magnificent living room? What a great fireplace.
Isn't that a charming little alcove? Oh, yeah, it is nice, isn't it? That's where I keep my books. When I was studying to be a lawyer, I spent a lot of time back there.
You know, I think that would be the perfect place for the jogging treadmill.
Idea. It's the perfect site for the wine and brie bar. We'll look around on our own, if you don't mind.
I really think they like it here. And they even look like they can afford it.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Mrs. Cicchini, there are better ways to deal with your problems than to run away.
You're right. Let's run away together.
How's it going?
Don't ask.
Miss Cicchini, there's a couple people here who want to talk to you.
Mother, we came as soon as we heard.
Yeah, thank God this young man was nice enough to call and let us know where you were.
Blabbermouth. We were worried sick about you. Who's this? Lynn Belvedere, my fiancé.
Hey, congratulations, big guy.
Kevin, don't be a twit. We're not engaged.
We're just shacking up.
Okay, Mother, that's it. Now, come along. You've just got to come with us now.
No.
Do you mind if I say something?
No.
With all due respect, I can picture your mother in the chorus line sooner than I could at home.
What?
She may be 90, but she's bright and spry. And has the libido of a 20-year-old.
She's always pinching Mr. Belvedere's butt.
I only hope I have half her energy when I'm her age.
But she's living alone, and she told us there are muggers in the neighborhood. What about the danger?
I'll go easy on them.
Look, I'll keep an eye on her, I promise. I'll walk her to the store, I'll take out the trash.
And from time to time, I'll stop by and drop something.
She'll be fine.
And if there comes a time when she does need a little more care, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom. I guess these folks know you better than your own son does.
That's okay. Maybe because we live so far away and don't see you too much, we've been feeling a little guilty. That's all right, too.
So the owner rented out your place. You got any idea where you want to stay?
This is our favorite part of the house.
And if you're anything like us, you'll probably be spending a lot of time out here.
You know, you're right. Perfect place for the hot tub.
We'll have to get rid of that old tree.
Oh, no problem. We'll have to tear it out. In fact, we'd have to tear out this whole patio.
You'd tear out the patio?
You know, I think we'd like to make an offer. Give us a minute, okay?
I don't want a hot tub out here.
George, I don't think that's going to be our decision.
Hey, Mom, if people have a calculator out, I think they want to buy the house.
Looks like it.
And they want to rip out the tree.
Not our tree. We planted it together.
Yeah, we watched it grow from a tiny sapling into something so big it produces nuts.
Just like your parents.
And they want to tear up the patio.
Oh, Lord, not the patio. I'm sorry. It's just when I think of all your moronic problems that I've solved out here, I get misty-eyed.
Think of it. The new house doesn't even have a patio.
Where would we go to confess to Mr. Belvedere?
Maybe we could reserve a booth at Donut World.
You know what I think? A house without a patio is like a beer without a belch.
So few people quote Emily Dickinson.
Okay, we've talked it over. We'd like to make an offer. $160,000. Nah.
162? Nah. 170?
Nah. Let him get you, Owens. What's your bottom line?
My bottom line is we've learned this is our home and we don't want to give it up.
Gosh, I'm disappointed. I don't know what to say. Honey,
Well, there's still time for tennis.
Ciao. Well, Dad, I guess now you're gonna have to fix the plumbing and the water heater and the septic tank.
Well, we'll manage. Just like we always do.
That's scary.
Gee, I forgot how broken down the house is. This house isn't broken down. It's broken in.
Yeah. Kind of like Mr. Belvedere.
They found a home they love. It's the one they already have. And Mrs. Cicchini found a new apartment in her building and will move in as soon as they install her waterbed. In the meantime, Kevin has placed her in a temporary residence.
Hello, ma'am. Want to play some strip poker?
Tomorrow at 6 on Mr. Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere is surprised.
Oh, great. Hey, you brought my Wayne Newton album. You know, women love it when I lip sync Dankeschön.
Kevin, you must be so lonely.
Hey, what's this?
Dad's old tool belt. He figured you could use it since you do work around the building.
Ah, thanks, but I really don't need it. I've got my trusty toolbox.
Oh, too bad. I read this article that said women find guys who wear tool belts sexy and macho.
You're kidding.
Uh-uh.
Well, how do I look?
Like a geek wearing a tool belt. Hi.
Hey, guys. How was the movie?
Gross and disgusting.
Just like the person who recommended it.
Hey, it was great. It was all about this guy who's half man, half rat, and he comes out of the sewer to eat people. Actually, I kind of liked it, but then I'm always a sucker for a movie with good songs.
Well, here's the mail.
Oh, great. Hey, this is that orange genealogy thing I ordered.
You mean our family tree?
I'd like to learn about your ancestors, George. Are they from this planet?
As a matter of fact, the Owens are a very distinguished family, right?
You bet. According to this, they got kicked out of Wales in 1546. Something about starting to play.
Well, Dad, didn't you tell us there was an Owens at the first Thanksgiving?
It says here they made them sit at the kids' table.
Well, look, there was a Walter Owens at the Alamo.
Yeah, he's the tour guide. I heard that.
I didn't say anything.
You don't have to. I can see that look on your face.
What look?
That stuck-up British look. Like you were related to knights and kings, right?
I wouldn't say that exactly. But then again, I wouldn't deny that I come from a notable English peerage.
Hello, Lily. How's me boy? Mr. Belvedere, who's that? Who's it look like? Henry the Blinkenite? What's this old man say?
On China, never met her before. Who cares?
Margaret Belvedere.
Just call me Peggy.
How do you get
Peggy.
So, Peggy, how'd you get here?
Yes, Mother, how did you get here? I didn't send you a ticket.
Oh, well, you know us Brits. Lenny, we bet on anything. I won 2,000 pounds on a little wager I made with a certain Mr. Smith.
Oh, what did you bet on?
What Prince Charles wears under his kilt.
Well, Mother, I'm sure you're tired, and we better get you moved to one of Pittsburgh's best hotels.
Hey, what do you mean?
Well, she doesn't get away very often. And I thought she'd like room service.
Well, that's great. She can stay in Kevin's room, and you can wait on her.
Peggy, it would be a pleasure to have you stay here with us. Oh, thank you, Mum. It'll only be for a few days, Lenny. I'll try not to get you there.
Well, all right, let's get you settled in.
That's a good lad.
This way, Mother.
Right behind you, Lenny.
Hey, Mrs. Belvedere. What does Prince Charles wear under his kilt?
Keep moving, Mother. Keep moving.
Hi, Kenneth.
Kevin.
The door to my balcony is jammed shut. I wondered whether you could come up and fix it.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be there as soon as I'm finished here. Is there a problem?
Oh, no. It's just nice to come across a real man for a change. A man who can work with his hands. Nice tool belt. I just love the way it hugs your hips.
Thanks.
You know, I've written you off as one of those college kids who whines and studies all the time.
Wimps.
So listen, maybe we could get together sometime? Have some fun?
I don't know about you, but I'm already having fun. How about 8 o'clock tonight?
You're on. See you then, macho man. So what are your plans for today?
Oh, I was hoping then he would show me the sights.
Oh, Mother, I'd be happy to show you around, but I really can't take the time. However, I'd be delighted to set you up in the patio, where you can sit quietly and knit.
Nick, I'd rather have me teeth pulled.
So, Peggy, as long as you're here, Mr. Belvedere can take off all the time he wants.
Yeah, big guy. Just like you always told us. Family comes first.
Did I say that?
See you later. Bye.
Blimey, Lily. Looks like just you and me.
Blimey.
Kevin, the door jammed again, and my cat is stuck on the balcony. Could you please come up and fix it?
Oh, sure.
Where's your tool belt?
Well, it's just for us to go out.
Oh, weren't you going to wear your tool belt?
I hadn't planned on it.
You know, if you wear your tool belt, we might not have to go out.
Oh, the poor kitty must be cold out there.
Sort of the opposite of how I feel.
Let's see.
My macho man.
Come here, kitty. Here you go. Yeah. Hey, you know something, Paula? I think the problem's on the outside. This will just take 1 second.
Kevin, you're letting all the heat out.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, no, it's stuck. And it's freezing out here. Listen, Paula, you're going to have to call the fire department. I got to get off of here.
I have a better idea. Why don't you climb up to the roof?
What?
We're on the top floor. Just shimmy up and walk down the stairs.
Paula, we're 4 floors up.
Oh, you little tease, you.
Look, Paula, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Kevin, I nearly lose control just thinking about you climbing up my wall.
Up we go.
This is unbelievable.
You're telling me.
What do you think? Climb, baby, climb.
Climb.
Come on, come to Mama.
I'm almost there, doll.
Come in, you hunk. In a minute, you'll be all mine. What a man! Hi, kids. Hi.
Where's Belvedere? Out with Mumsy again?
Uh-huh.
Where were they off to today? Well, first Mr. Belvedere said they were going to the Art Museum and then to the University of Pittsburgh.
Something about a lecture on Thomas Hardy.
Thomas who?
That's what Mumsy said.
I've never been so humiliated in my life.
Oh, sure you have. What about when your bitches spit this foreplay and you bet your bottom to the vicar.
Hey, what's going on, big guy? They starting to give balloons away at lectures these days?
Due to a certain someone, we were asked to leave the lecture.
I believe it had something to do with me snoring.
Actually, it was your popping your bubble gum that had us forcibly removed.
So where did you guys go?
Six Flags over Beaver Falls.
The most fantastic roller coaster they had. I almost lost my old tummy.
Mother, the whole point of the day was to absorb a little culture, to broaden our minds, to finally do something that I wanted to do.
But every day we've been doing something you wanted to do.
Oh, was it I who wanted to go to the demolition derby? Or to the boat show? Or to that hog calling contest in Altoona?
Last night we went to the blooming ballet.
That was not the ballet, that was the ice capade. That was not Barishnikov, it was Snoopy.
Very different.
Excuse me, I'll be in my room.
I hope it was nothing I said. Anyone want a balloon? Nothing. What you doing?
I'm trying to watch the opera.
I'll watch it with you then.
I don't think you'll be interested. Nobody drops their pants.
Oh, Lenny, you always want the one.
Mother, shouldn't you be getting your sleep? I mean, you've got a very big flight back to England tomorrow.
Lenny, we've had our differences, but we had our good times together, haven't we?
Yes, the days simply flew by.
What was us palling about and the Owens blokes being so cheery and all? Well, it is. Why not move to Beaver Falls?
Here. Mother, I think you're just infatuated with things American. The appeal wears off very quickly.
I notice you're still here.
We'd be together. Think of it.
I am.
Hey, big guy, can I see you for a minute?
Yes.
What's the matter with you? That's your mother you're trying to bounce.
Well, I have her best interest at heart. She'd be far happier in England.
She's no spring chicken. She's not going to be around forever.
Her mother lived to be 117. Oh, George, I hate to say this, but you're right. I'm behaving abominably.
Well, what do you know? I was finally able to give you some advice.
Big deal. Mother, I'd be delighted if you'd stay here in Beaver Falls.
Oh, Teddy, and you're welcome to stay here with us as long as you'd like.
Oh, that's most kind of you. And now I think we'd best be getting you up to bed.
I know the way.
Up you go. Tonight I'll tuck you in.
Mother, I'm 62.
So think, I might be here when you turn 63. 64.
Mother, what are you doing?
Hello, love. Pull up a chair. We'll have bangers and mash in a jiffy.
No, Mother, I'll prepare the family breakfast.
Now, George here won't accept payment for me accommodation, and I ain't no freeloader.
Now, listen, Mother, I'm
Go
certainly...
on now. Put your bum over there.
No, Mother.
Lily.
Mother!
Hey, this is great.
Yeah, even better than midget wrestling.
Who the hell asked you?
George, who's that?
Homer Hofnagel. Telling me how much he likes your leopard bikini underpants.
Well, how did that man ever see my underwear?
That's what I'd like to know.
Seen him hanging on the line. I did a load of laundry, you know.
Mother, we do not put personals on the line. That's why we have a dryer.
But they always hung things out on the line back home.
Well, you're not back home. You're not in Higby Road. And I will attend to the duties of this house in a dignified and proper manner. Mrs. Owens, I will remove your panties from the leering gaze of Mr. Hufnagel, and then I will return and prepare the meal. Any questions? No.
Kids.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, what you watching?
Throw Mama from the train.
Your mumsy's getting to you, huh?
Well, let me put it this way. I'm actually beginning to appreciate you.
Virginia, Mom.
Wesley, I'm not very proud to say this, but my mother embarrasses me.
Why? I'm not embarrassed by Dad, and look at him.
You got me there.
Look, we think she's really neat, even if you don't. And I don't think you should keep chasing her around making excuses for her.
Now I'm really embarrassed.
Why?
Because you're right.
Well, where are you going?
Did I ever tell you that my mom loves chocolate-covered cherries?
Who is it?
Mama.
Be right there. Hi, Paula.
Hi, Kevin. Ooh, you have a new tattoo.
Yeah, I put it on myself.
You know, I haven't seen you for a couple of days. I've missed my macho man.
Yeah, well, I've been recuperating.
From what?
Well, from getting thrown off that mechanical bull in the country western bar.
That was so sexy.
Yeah, and for almost getting killed at the motorcycle rally.
Well, honey, I thought you said you could ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, I can, but I've never done it through a funnel of flames. Look, Paula, I'm really not sure where this relationship is going, except maybe to the hospital.
Well, don't you want to be my man anymore?
Well,
My Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, and Harrison Ford all rolled up into one Kebby Webby?
well, I just think I...
Okay. Good. Because my old boyfriend said he's coming for me, and I wanted to kick his butt all the way back to the stinky old Marine.
Wow, is that really where Mr. Belvedere grew up?
What's going on?
Mumsy's giving us a picture show.
And that's Digby Rose. Look familiar, Lenny?
Yes, Mother.
And that was our happy home.
Wow, that place was a mansion, Mr. Belvedere.
Of course, we only had one room in the basement, things being what they were.
Gee, that must have been awfully crowded.
That was the least of it. To get to the loo, we had to go outside and clear down the alley. Remember you running through the snow at night?
Yeah, I suppose.
Now, anyone here look familiar then?
You mean Mr. Belvedere's in that picture?
Well, no one called him Mr. Belvedere then.
Well, which one is he?
Well, we know it's not the little guy in front.
Oh, there he is.
You get the prize, though. That's me, Lenny, all right. And an hard-working lad he was, too, helping us to make ends meet.
Excuse me, I'm going to get some air. Oh, hello, Kevin.
Man, I really blew up, Mr. Belvedere. I mean, I put on this stupid tool belt and got all machoed up for this girl, Paula. And now her boyfriend, who's a Marine, is going to grind my face in a hamburger. I should have talked to you.
Why?
Because you would have said, Kevin, you're acting dumb. You would have told me, hey, look, you're not a macho guy, but that's okay. Be yourself. Don't run away from who you are. That's what you would have told me, right?
Perhaps I would.
Thanks, Mr. Belvedere. I've got to go straighten a few things out.
Hello, Lenny.
Oh, hello, Mother.
You okay?
I'm fine, Mother.
So what you standing out here for?
Well, I'm trying to limit my exposure to Wesley.
Wasn't him that drove you out of the room. It was me. Suppose if I stayed around here long enough, I'd drive you out of the whole blooming town.
You were just being yourself, Mother.
And I get the feeling you're not too proud of what that is.
No, Mother. What I'm not very proud of is me. You, those photographs, that's what I really am. It seems that I've spent a lifetime trying to deny that.
You remember what you used to say to me when you come running home carrying all them big books from school. You say, Mumsy, someday I want to be a fine English gentleman.
That seems a long time ago.
When I see your picture in the paper with Churchill or Gandhi or even that Robert Goulet, I'd hold it up in the pub and I'd say, that's me, Lenny. And we'd all raise a pint to me boy. Sometimes I'd even raise two.
I'm sorry if I behaved badly to Mother.
I'm sorry if I embarrassed you in front of your friends.
I love you, Mumsy.
I love you, Lenny. It's the same, the old world over. It's the poor what has the blame.
It's the rich what has the pleasure.
Off to bed. Her plans are not yet finalized. But whether she decides to stay or go, the important thing is, I'm proud to say, she's me mum. Come in.
Benny, I appreciate the chocolate-covered cherries, but they never was me favorite sweet. They was yours. So have a go at them, son.
Mumsy knows best.
No.
I'm telling you, Mr. Belvedere, they aren't ready yet.
Nonsense. These things have been in this blasted furnace for over half an hour. Impossible. It's still wet.
I think I know what the problem is. Yep, the other clothes can't get dry because of these. Your bloomers keep soaking up all the hot air.
It's your father's fault. Why does he always insist on fixing our washing machine himself?
I think he likes electric shock.
He can use the therapy.
Hey, lighten up, Mr. Belvedere. Just remember what Kevin always says. Laundromats are a great place to pick up chicks.
I thought he always said laundromats are a great place to pick up change.
Yeah, well, just watch a master at work.
Oh, somebody been making mud pies?
Excuse me. Oh, these. They weren't mud pies. Spanky pushed me out of a tree.
Spanky?
A 5-year-old gorilla who doesn't like to share his blackberries. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm not quite making sense. I just spent 5 years living with mountain apes in Rwanda.
Really? I live in a monkey house here in Beaver Falls. How has Africa's loss become our gain?
Oh, the grant money ran out, but the University of Pittsburgh offered me a position as a guest lecturer, so here I am.
Well, neighbor, we must get together and swap stories about the Dark Continent.
You've been there?
Yes, I spent several years with Sir William Daly in the Congo. Actually, one of the tribes made me an honorary witch doctor.
You're not serious.
I have the shrunken heads to prove it. I'm Lynn Belvedere.
Louise Gilbert.
Boy, the attitude some women develop by the time they're 13.
Lynn, here's my phone number. Why don't you call me? Say after 5?
Oh, you can count on it. Well, it's been a pleasure, Louise.
Who's that?
Oh, just a chick I picked up at the laundromat.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Oh, boy, your poor brother. He is achy and sweaty, and he's got a temperature of 103.
He's probably all hot thinking about his big date with Arlene this weekend.
Enough, you two. Now, your brother is very sick. If he needs anything else, he'll just call us on that dinner bell I gave him.
Oh, no, not the bell routine.
I'd like to kill that stupid washing machine.
I thought you did that yesterday.
Look what it did to Heather's jeans.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm sorry, kitten. I'll take you to Kmart and get you a new pair.
Dad, they're great. I'd have to pay $100 for jeans like this.
Good night, everybody. Yeah, I'm afraid you'll have to fend for yourselves for a while. Try to avoid bloodshed.
Oh, Mr. Belvedere, you look so nice.
Yeah. You got an interview with immigration?
He's got a big date with that chickie babe from the laundromat.
Louise.
Hello, Lynn.
Louise Gilbert, say hello to the Owens family.
Hello.
Hi.
Now say goodbye to the Owens family.
Mr. Belvedere. Hi, Louise. I'm Marsha. My husband, George,
Hi,
and our
hello.
children, Wesley and Heather.
It's nice to meet you all.
So, you met the big guy at the laundromat, eh? Was it love at first sight or just static cling?
As it happens, we both spent time in Africa, so we thought it would be fun to get together and compare notes.
Louise is an ethologist. She studies...
Animal behavior. Last night I watched Wild Kingdom.
Actually, my specialty was the mating habits of the mountain gorillas.
Well, that ought to give you a little insight into Belvedere.
It's interesting. The head of the gorilla family has gray hair, too.
Yes, well, I think we should be going.
See you again sometime.
Boy, I really like her.
She sure put you in your cage.
Kevin is upstairs quarantined with the chicken pox. And do you know why I have to bring him his food? Why I have to watch him wheeze and scratch? Do you know why?
Because when you were 3, Mom intentionally exposed you to the chicken pox so that you would get the childhood disease.
Why didn't she do it with you?
She tried. I scared the other kids away.
Well, it's the curse of being the middle child.
Hey, I have my own problems, too, you know. I've got a hot date with Marjorie tonight, and it's the old dad'll drop you off and dad'll pick you up routine. You know how embarrassing that is for guys my age?
Well, you could always steal a car and drive yourself.
That is a truly demented idea. Thanks, Heather.
Hi, guys. Hi, Mom.
Is your dad home yet?
Yeah, he's down in the basement fixing the washer.
Says he's just about got it all done. Whoa, Dad, you look like something out of Roger Rabbit.
A breeze seems to whisper Louise. Birds in the trees seem to twit to Louise. George, you know what the Surgeon General says about smoking dynamite.
You're a riot, Belvedere. A regular riot.
I know. And speaking of dynamite, I hope you don't mind if I borrow the station wagon tonight. I have a date with Louise.
Again? But you were with her all afternoon.
I was merely attending her lecture. Do you know, gorillas rise in the morning and eat, and then nap until dinner?
Sounds like your schedule.
Yes, well, anyway, tonight we're going to a drive-in.
Yeah, we'll have a real great time.
Don't mind him, Mr. Belvedere. He's just grouchy because you have a date and can drive and he has a date and can't.
Oh, don't worry, honey. Daddy will drop you off.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I have a great idea. You get your gal, and I'll get mine, and we'll go double.
You mean go to the drive-in with you?
Uh-huh.
I can't even picture it. Hey, Mr. Belvedere, we can't see.
Oh, come now, Wesley. I didn't think teenagers actually came to the drive-in to watch movies.
This is worse than being stuck with my dad.
Wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have any heads.
Forget it, Wesley. I packed the axe for the rest of your father's tools.
Marjorie, don't you think that policeman looks a little like Kirk Douglas?
Who?
Oh, I must be dating myself.
No, you're dating me.
I think we're embarrassing them.
All right, I'll behave. But only for a kiss. I'm into Hershey's kiss. Mm-hmm. Oops. Why is everybody else hunting?
Because you started it. Scientifically, that's called imitating disruptive behavior. It's fun.
Hey, you want to grow up? People are trying to watch a movie here.
I'm sorry.
There's some people act in front of their kids. I fear for our children's future.
Well, I hope you two are happy.
Sorry, hon. The washer warranty does not cover the problem.
Well, that can't be. I mean, I don't even know what the problem is.
Well, the problem is the warranty's only good for 36 months.
You know, that always happens. A thing breaks down right after the warranty runs out.
George, the machine is 13 years old.
Well, I can still be mad, can't I?
Well, I think Kevin's gonna survive the chicken pox, but they may kill me.
Oh, he still got you going, huh?
You know, I don't mind taking up his meals or changing his sheets or reading him bedtime stories like Babar the elephant. But making me sing feelings to Arlene over the phone because he's got a sore throat, that's really pushing it.
Well, why didn't he ask me? I love that song.
Oh.
Sorry, honey. I think that's your brother tinkling.
Florence Nightingale was a sucker.
I have never been so humiliated in my life.
What's the matter, champ? You and Marjorie lock braces?
It wasn't my date, it was Mr. Belvedere and Louise. First, they almost get us thrown out for honking the horn, and then during the intermission, they were playing on the swings and doing gorilla mating calls.
Well, where's Belvedere?
My best guess? He and Louise are probably in the snack bar starting a food fight.
Movie's over, Lynn.
I know.
The only two people here.
I know.
I hope Kevin gets over the chicken pox soon so the doctor can start treating his real problem.
What's that?
Women. He won't stop babbling about Arlene. I just found him trying to escape out of his window. One more tight up bedsheet and he'd be crawling down the driveway.
Boy, I'm starved.
Me too.
Well, you're in luck because we have eggs rancheros.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I made them myself.
But then I think about my darn cholesterol.
Yeah, and you know, you're never too young to start watching your diet. Adios, Mom. Bye.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, Mr. Belvedere is sleeping in this morning. I have spent 45 minutes on these eggs. I followed the recipe exactly, down to the hot chilies, and you are going to eat them.
It was nice knowing you, Dad.
Oh, Hallie, it was Mr. Belvedere out last night anyway.
Oh, gee, I don't know, but sometime around dawn, I heard him belting out an inspired version of Love is a Many Splendored Thing.
I mean, that's what set off the Huffnickles dog.
Good morning, fine family. Beautiful day. Wonderful world. Life's fine.
There you have it, folks. The difference between a date that ends in disaster and one that ends at daybreak.
So did you have fun last night, Mr. Belvedere?
Last night? Oh, yes, last night. It was pleasant.
Pleasant as in you'll be seeing Louise again today?
Oh, Heather, Louise and I are not easily infatuated teenagers. We don't have to see each other every waking hour.
Oh, of course you don't.
We just happen to be somewhat compatible adults.
Absolutely.
Yes, I mean, I think of Louise as my new friend.
Considering that dopey-looking turtleneck you're wearing, your new friend must have given you one beauty of an old-fashioned hickey.
Nonsense! Louise and I behaved with utter decorum and civility last night.
Come in. Good morning, everyone. Ah, good morning, Hickey.
Louise.
Forgive me for barging in at such an inconvenient hour, but somehow your wallet wound up in my jacket pocket last night.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, and here are your Necco wafers.
Oh, I was looking for these.
Well, I have a 9 o'clock lecture. Gotta run. Nice to see you all. Goodbye, Len.
Goodbye, Louise. That was just a guerrilla gesture of friendship.
Hey, I'm not worried about the gorillas, big guy. It's you going ape over her I was thinking about.
Kevin, you're being ridiculous. So what if you lose Arlene? Look, you can't take off your mask or she'll see your spots, and you can't talk through that thing. So how do you think you're going to impress her looking like that?
Have you seen my attache?
What's that? You mean this? It's one of Louise's friends. Yeah, that's it. It's one of the gorillas from the mist.
Kevin, is that you in there? What are you trying to do? Have a relapse? Now cut out the monkey business. Go upstairs, get undressed, and go to bed.
Oh, I told you this was stupid.
Sometimes I wonder about that boy. Must come from George's side of the family. Hey, what's the deal, Hot Lips? Not going out with Lover Girl tonight?
Why should I, Wesley? We're not going steady, as you say in your simplistic American vernacular.
Hello. Oh, hey, Louise. It's the girl you're not going steady with.
Here's plenty. Get lost.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Haven't heard from you in a few days.
Well, I've been very busy. What with the spring cleaning and the Owens crawling out of hibernation.
I've missed you.
I must confess I missed you, too.
Well, good. Because the professor I work with has a cabin up at Seven Springs. It's on top of a hill nestled among the pines, and I thought maybe we could...
Go together?
Am I being too forward? I'm used to spending time with gorillas, and they usually get right to the point.
I'd love to go with you, Louise. Now, what should I bring?
Toothbrush, change of clothes, and it's a private lake, so a bathing suit is optional.
Hi, big guy. Hi, Louise. Oh. You okay, Belvedere? You look like somebody stole your ding-dongs.
I'm fine.
I'll call you, Lynn. 3 days and 2 nights in a cabin in the woods. Sounds wonderful.
I can't help it. I'm an incurable outdoorsman.
A weekend in Pines? Better watch out, big guy. That's how these women reel you in. Or in your case, harpoon.
No, George, I do not plan to get reeled in.
No man ever does, big guy. No man ever does.
The prospect of a weekend with Louise is quite appealing. After all, I haven't skinny dipped since that festival at Woodstock. On the other hand, perhaps events are hurtling on too far, too fast. The real problem is, old romantic feelings I'd long thought lost are stirring once again.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's it. I give up. I threw in the towel. I called the washing machine guy. He's sending somebody over tonight, and that baby's getting fixed once and for all.
Oh, George, I get such a tingle when you take command.
Whoa, Mr. Belvedere, you're looking really good.
Another big date, big guy?
Something like that.
Gee, I wonder who it could be.
Hello.
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 Aren't you going to introduce me? Us? No.
Oh, everyone, this is Giselle Hufnagel, the Hufnagel's cousin from Wichita.
Oh, welcome to Pittsburgh, Giselle. Well, actually, I'm only here for the small appliance convention. Why? I demonstrate small appliances. Want to hear my pitch for the Acumatic 1000 Mighty Mouth lint sucker?
I got no plans.
Oh, Giselle is only here for a few days, and I thought I'd show her the sights.
Why don't you start with my room?
Well, shall we?
I'll get it. It's probably the repairman. Oh, hi, Louise.
Hello, George. Is Lynn ready?
Belvedere, are you ready?
Ready?
Come on, Lenny, I want a disco. Woo!
Lynn, what's going on? Who's this?
Louise, I'd like you to meet Giselle Hofnagel.
How do you do?
Pleased to make your allegiance. Want to hear my pitch for the Decade 2 nose hair plucker? It's rechargeable.
Aren't we going on our trip?
Trip?
To cabin in the woods, the pines.
Yes, the pines. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there has been. That is to say that.
I think you blew a circuit.
I'm taking Giselle out on the town.
What?
I know I should have rang and told you, but I've had so much on my mind. If you never want to see me again, I quite understand.
I see. Is there somewhere we can speak? Alone?
Patio's available, big guy. There's going to be some fireworks tonight.
Speaking of fireworks, I'm Wesley.
So what are you saying? Our big trip comes along and you simply forgot about it?
It must be old age. I'm forgetting so many things lately.
You didn't forget about your date with Trixie in there.
Now, there's no need to drag Giselle into this.
You're the one who dragged her in, remember?
We didn't agree to go steady, Louise.
Oh, so that's it. You think I'm crowding you. Well, if you want to play the field like some silverback Rwandan gorilla, be my guest.
As much as I resent the simian comparison, I suppose a little freedom has its advantages.
Oh, fine. Well, I sure wish we had this conversation before I laid out $150 for a black lace negligee.
Black lace negligee. Ooh.
You think she's going to hit him?
I'd sure belt you.
Where's Giselle?
I don't know.
Hey, Wes!
Lynn, you have me at a total loss. I mean, I thought it was odd that you didn't return a few of my phone calls, but I never dreamed you'd stand me up.
Listen, Louise, after you had invited me away for the weekend, it was all I could think about.
This sounds better.
Then I started worrying where a weekend like that could lead.
Well, I was hoping we could toast marshmallows.
You know what I mean.
I haven't been exactly comfortable with the runaway train we're on either.
The truth of the matter is, I have trouble dealing with the kind of feelings I have for you. The last time I felt this way, I got so scared, I had to go and climb a mountain in Tibet.
And you were hoping Giselle would save you the trek up Mount Kilimanjaro?
I have a trunk full of small appliances. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Louise.
Actually, I'm flattered.
The question still remains. What are we going to do?
You got awfully quiet out there. Maybe she killed him.
Well, if he does, I might. I want a party. Well, what do you think's going on?
Oh, hey, knowing the big guy, he's probably letting her down easy. You know, giving her the old hasta la vista.
So, did you guys break up?
Not exactly. We're going to get married.
Does this mean we're not going out?
Next on Mr. Belvedere.
Mr. Belvedere, isn't all of this kind of sudden?
I believe marrying Louise will be the best thing I've ever done. You're going to be the first broad on the moon, Louise. Pow! It seems that Louise has been recalled to Rwanda.
If you're her husband, that means that you're...
I'd be going with her.
Tuesday, kick off your holiday the all-American way with Tony and Angela on Who's the Boss. And Kevin comes to the rescue when Winnie becomes stage-struck in the school play on the Wonder Years. After, the holiday celebration continues with Roseanne working for a boss half her age. And Christine shows her unswerving love for Coach. Now stay tuned for The Dead Zone on the Sunday Night Movie.
On Mr. Belvedere. Louise Gilbert, say hello to the Owens family.
So, you met the big guy at the laundromat, eh?
On Mr. Belvedere. Louise Gilbert, say hello to the Owens family.
So, you met the big guy at the laundromat, eh?
As it happens, we both spent time in Africa, so we thought it would be fun to get together and compare notes.
Never just a guerrilla gesture of friendship.
Hey, I'm not worried about the gorillas, big guy. It's you going ape over her I was thinking about.
Uh-oh.
So, did you guys break up?
We're going to get married.
I can't even picture it.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Did you say married?
Yes, I suppose I did.
Hey, what's going on?
Mr. Belvedere's engaged.
What? Whoa, way to go, big guy.
Not her. Her.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, who are you?
Giselle. I was with Lenny, but now he's getting married.
Well, I'm Kevin. I just got over the chicken pox. I'm single.
Ooh, you're cute.
Well, shall we go and make a toast to our commitment?
Mr. Belvedere, isn't all of this kind of sudden?
Yeah, you guys hardly know each other. I mean, does she know you sleep in the nude?
I know this might appear rash, but Lynn and I are kindred spirits.
I believe marrying Louise will be the best thing I've ever done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Super, that's great.
Thank you.
Hey, wait a minute. What about us?
Oh, my God, we're not losing you, are we?
Well, this is what makes it so perfect. With Louise working in Pittsburgh, I can still remain as your housekeeper.
Oh, so we'll still have your cooking and cleaning, and she gets stuck with your snoring.
Yeah, we'll even keep your room open, big guy. Just in case you need a place to crash when Louise kicks you out of the house.
Come on, let's go before George turns us into the honeymooners.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Think they'll invite us to the wedding?
Well, of course they will. Daddy's going to pay for it.
What are you...
So, considering all the options, I think the wedding should be at George's Country Club.
Yeah, make it around 4, will you? That way I can come right from the 18th hole.
Why don't we have it in a sand trap? Then you won't have to make the trip.
Yeah, actually, a country club sounds like a big affair. We were hoping for something more intimate.
Well, hey, let's go to Vegas.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not flying everybody to Vegas.
Well, how about Tahoe?
Marsha!
How about
May I make a suggestion? Why don't we just have it here?
Gee, that was easy. Well, what's next? Invitations and announcements.
Let's go, guys. That's not our department.
Parkin.
Yes, honey buns? Taking orders. You got a lot of that to look forward to.
Louise, you know what I've been meaning to ask you?
What's that, Heather?
Well, with you being a professor and all and writing books on gorillas and stuff, are you going to change your name to Belvedere?
Of course you will, Dr. Louise Belvedere.
Well, to be honest, I hadn't given it much thought.
What is there to think about?
A woman doesn't just automatically give up her last name.
Since when?
Liz Taylor didn't give up hers.
I'm not marrying Liz, Louise. Why do you
Hey,
think I'm
guys! You're supposed to save up all the fights till after you're married.
Sorry.
Now, where were we?
What you up to, big guy?
Oh, just going through telegrams from some friends of mine. They must have got our wedding announcements.
Oh. You mind?
Help yourself.
Congratulations, Lynn. That Louise must be some foxy lady. Love, Tina Turner?
I taught Tina the shingling.
All right.
Here's one from Zsa Zsa. She says she only attends weddings if she's the bride.
You knew all these women?
Oh, they were just friends.
Uh-huh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I mean, you can tell me they're just friends, but try convincing Louise.
What?
They're ladies from your past, big guy. If your missus gets a peek at these, you know what your honeymoon's going to be like?
No. What?
Oh, Lenny, tell me again about Meryl Streep. Oh, Lenny, were you and Cher really just buddies?
We were buddies. Cher and I simply got the same tattoo. Look, I'll show you.
No. Now, look, if you want to avoid trouble, I'd hide those babies. And whenever the topic of old flames comes up, switch the subject to apes.
My wedding is only days away, and I approach the event with a happy heart. After all, Louise and I know the key to any relationship is patience and understanding. So I'm convinced our marriage will be a long and joyous one. Still, why does George keep painting us as the battling Belvederes? That could never happen to us. Could it?
Hey, Lynn, you gonna eat breakfast or what?
Knowing your cooking, I'll take a what?
My, aren't we a vision of loveliness this morning?
Speaking of loveliness, is that a new apron?
It was on sale, Lynn.
Sale? You don't see me running out to buy a new robe?
That's because they don't make them that big.
You're going to be the first broad on the moon, Louise. Pow!
Oh, yeah, well, be a nice change from this place.
Maybe you would have been happier if you had married one of your apes.
Maybe. But stupid me doesn't marry a chimp. I marry a chump.
That's it. This is my castle. And from now on, I intend to be treated like a king.
You want to be treated like a king?
Like a king.
A king?
I said like a king.
All right, Your Majesty. You want the royal treatment? Don't forget your crown.
Hey, Lenny boy.
Get out!
You know your breakfast is on your head.
I said get out! Get out! Well, there seems to be only one logical course of action. Run.
Morning.
Hey.
So, where's Belvedere?
I don't know. It's his day off. Maybe he's resting up for his wedding.
Or maybe he and Louise are rehearsing for their honeymoon.
Oh, interesting you people can be laughing at a time like this.
What's your problem?
Bye, everyone. Nice knowing you. P.S. All regards to Louise.
Mr. Belvedere ran away?
His clothes are gone and everything.
Well, why would he just take off like that?
Well, he probably got cold feet about getting married, and I wonder who put them in ice.
Well, what did I say?
What didn't you say?
Well, I didn't say anything big enough to make that guy leave the house.
Well, guys, can you fight about this later? I think we better find Mr. Belvedere.
You're right. Let's split up, and not a word about this to Louise.
Right.
I was in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd stop by and say hi to Lynn. Is he here?
Is the seat taken?
Help yourself.
Thanks, big guy.
Oh, George. How did you find me?
Well, I checked out Donut World, and when you weren't there, I figured, where's Belvedere go when he starts getting squirrely?
Am I that predictable?
Hey, you got my family kind of worried, big guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, George. How many times have I said to you people, running away doesn't solve anything, and here I am running away.
Kind of a tubby Tom Sawyer. Hey, come on, Belvedere. You love Louise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what's the big deal about tying the knot?
Well, I suppose after all those little cautions you give me about marriage, I realized you're right.
Huh? I was just having fun. I mean, half the stuff I do is just to get a rise out of you.
What?
Well, it's like the time I told you English cricket is for sissies. You jumped all over me for weeks. You even dragged me out in the mud to play a stupid game.
And I won.
Yeah. Hey, what about the time I hid your ding-dongs all over the house? Went out and got some police dog to sniff them all out?
Ah, yes, Fritzy. I believe he also sniffed out your secret collection of Playboys.
Marsha's still harping on that one.
Then are you really saying that maybe marriage really could be all right for me?
Hey, if you can handle our household, you sure as hell can enjoy one of your own.
Thanks, George. I needed that.
Yep. If you ask me, the way you cook and sew, you're going to make Louise a damn good wife. Gotcha.
Okay, tomorrow I have a limo picking up Louise. I got your tux back from the cleaners. I ordered flowers for you guys. Oh, and I didn't hawk your rings.
Wesley, I couldn't have asked for a better best man. You handled your duties with dignity and taste.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere. Now, what are you doing just sitting around the last night you're single?
What?
Hey, big guy.
Hello, Mr. Belvedere.
George, Skip, what are you doing here? Why aren't you doing the news at the station?
We called in sick.
Yeah?
Figured we'd make a little news of our own.
Oh, Wesley, you haven't arranged one of those wretched bachelor parties, have you?
Well, it wasn't just my idea.
On a cooler day.
Bob, are you behind all this?
Come on, Lynn, you've got to loosen up. Tomorrow you're getting married. Tonight you've got to party.
I won't go.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, I won't. No. No. I'll jump out of the car.
He just bounced back in.
I'll call Louise.
No, she's out with Mom and Heather at the Beefcake Club.
All right, I'll go. But I won't have any fun.
I thought he said he wasn't going to have any fun.
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you learned all that stuff from watching Soul Train.
Oh, come on. He's out there all by himself. I think we should join him. Party!
No sign of them yet? When I get my hands on your father, doesn't he know Mr. Belvedere's getting married in 2 hours?
I think that's them.
Where have you been? I don't want to talk about it.
Not now, okay?
Yeah.
realizes it's all Belvedere's fault.
Oh.
Well, first he gets us kicked out of the Steel Town Inn. Then he talks Goulet into flying us to Atlantic City.
What?
And next thing you know, Belvedere's leading a panty raid on some nurses' convention.
Where's Mr. Belvedere now?
Mr. Belvedere, who are they?
Oh, this is Ginger, and this is Annette. I told them they could be flower girls.
You get yourself upstairs, young man. Don't you know there's a wedding in 2 hours?
Well, it looks like we're ready for a wedding.
You're so pretty, I'm ready for a honeymoon.
Out of my way. I have a nervous groom upstairs. The man needs some ho-hos.
I don't care what you say, Angela. This dress makes me look like Margaret Thatcher. Gosh, that'll be confusing when she shows up for Mr. Bumpercar's wedding. Margaret Thatcher isn't coming to Mr. Bumpercar's wedding. Well, then what are you so worried about?
Hey, come on, kitten. Let's man the door. Who are they?
Oh, you told me to invite the Shriners.
I'm in Elliot and Paula Shriner up the street. Whoa. Check out the bride.
George, I've got to see Lynn.
Well, you will. You're going to marry him.
No, I've got to talk to him now.
No, seeing the groom before the wedding.
Oh, but
Louise, not another word. Come on, Mom, let's get things started. Okay. Places, everyone.
I'm bewitched by you so. No, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you. At all.
Lynn, could I talk to you?
Not now. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Stop, please. I'm sorry, but there's really something we have to talk about.
Can't it wait?
I'm afraid it can't.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, would you excuse us for a moment? Chat amongst yourselves. Louise, what's going on? Have you had a change of heart?
Not exactly. More like a change of address. I'm being called back to Africa.
What?
The university at Butare. They need me to come back and lead a guerrilla census.
Why can't they count them?
Well, it's not as simple as that. A census could take over a year. And also, they've offered me a faculty position. I guess we better brush up on our Kinyarwanda.
Is everything okay? Yeah, you guys better hurry up. Goulet's running out of material.
So, what gives?
Well, it seems that Louise has been recalled to Rwanda.
Hey, that's neat.
Well, wait a minute. If you're her husband, that means that you're...
I'd be going with her.
Well, what are you going to do, Mr. Belvedere? I mean, that would mean you'd be leaving us.
I spent 6 years with this family. They've been some of the warmest and happiest moments of my life. But now, I think it's time for Louise and I to find a life of our own. And if that means traipsing through the mud with my wife, then that's what I want to do.
Well, we can't tell you how much we're going to miss you, big guy, but, well, you sure as hell have our blessings.
I guess we always sort of knew you were going to leave someday.
And I can't think of a happier way for you to go.
As best man, I'd like to remind everyone that we have a wedding to attend.
Do you, Louise Marie Gilbert, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Lynn Aloysius Belvedere, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Then by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I'm ready.
The cab's outside, Lynn.
Well, as you know, I was never one for long goodbyes. George? Belvedere? After your many threats, I'm glad you never fired me.
Yeah, me too. Don't take any wooden bananas.
Mr. Belvedere, I just can't say goodbye.
Then don't. I've left the recipes. Be gentle to them.
I'll try. So long, Mr. Belvedere. Thanks for everything.
I regret I shan't see you graduate. You are graduating.
Yeah, I am.
I love you, Mr. Belvedere.
I love you, Heather.
You know, if you weren't so old, I would have married you myself. You know what I mean.
You know, I'm losing my best friend.
Wesley, I've known heads of state and many celebrities, but none have given me finer memories than you. I shall savor our moments together, even the embarrassing and painful ones, which account for most of them. Though you are an Owens, I shall always think of you as a son.
Lynn, I'm afraid we have to go.
Oh, yes, the meter must be running. Well, ta-ta.
Who's gone? Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
From the master of the thing.
To all my dear Owens, married life has been rather hectic here in the Virunga Mountains. First, Louise and I enjoyed our abba-dabba honeymoon. Now we fill our days counting gorilla noses. I miss you dearly. The being around apes keeps the spirit of the Owens family alive indeed. Oops, I was close. Louise is calling. Love to all, Lynn. P.S. When you notice I've left my journal behind, don't bother to send it. Perhaps someday I'll drop by and pick it up myself.